we're looking for more clarity in what you're going to do with that money, how it's going to be budgeted, and where it's going to go. And the reason for that, we want more transparency of that fact. And if it's needed and those type of things, and it needs to be go that way, I don't think you're going to have a problem. Now, if people think that it's going to go a different direction than what they think, of course, then there'll be a little bit of uprising, some communication will be taking place, and see what happens in that process. One of the questions we had is, that mill levy, when it's assessed, who does it go to? Does it go to the school district and then to the rec board, or does it go to the rec board and then it's dissipated from that very thing? Because there's some legal ramifications when we deal with that.
It is my recommendation to the board to take those funds. I couldn't be any more specific with you except for those two things we'd spend them on. Band equipment. That band equipment would go to LSRB as well and take care of students. The communities, I think, that have relied on that and budgeted on grants, they would have to find other streams of finance, Jack, at this time.
So that's 70% going to the recreation activities in the district, so the entire district. That should eliminate this, what has happened in the past with the rec board, that there would no longer be athletic teams, gym classes, going to the rec board, pool, anything. There would be no more of the district going to the rec board. I know that we've been kind of relying on that ourselves for budgetary, that should end.
Correct. And we just started this conversation on Sunday, and here we are 4 days later. This rec board's been in place for 30-some years, and now we're going to decimate it in 4 days. I agree with what Jack said. I would like to see this table to a workshop. If we vote on this and have a workshop in February, we vote on this in our February meeting, still gives us plenty of time to get those grant applications in place. Also, I have not seen a spreadsheet as what this money is going to be used for. And Mr. Turcato spoke about a couple of things tonight. One is food service. Food service does not qualify as a recreation fee. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, then it was, oh yeah, and band, and this. Well, I want to see some hard numbers so I know what I'm voting on. If I have to vote on this tonight, I'm going to vote no, because I'm voting heck blind. I have no idea what we're voting on.
And I want to address the community center board member and Jack that are here. Maybe I owe you guys an apology. I just thought that the school board, the school district knew that you guys were gracious enough to allow JV high school basketball games to be played in your facility. You allow track practice, you allow basketball practice. Those are services rendered. I would like to see, and I've had a little discussion, and I don't know if we can do this in a workshop setting or how we can get our boards together, but we should be able to compensate you out of our 70% to the community center for the use of that facility
for school purposes. And Jody Stanley brought up the fact that could the potential be there for that 30%, perhaps some of that be earmarked or allocated towards Little Snake River? And that's a rec board discussion. It's not here, and it doesn't reside with this board, but that was definitely a potential that was brought up. And she even brought up the kind of a block grant that a portion of those monies would be funneled towards Little Snake River, and it could potentially be disseminated that way. Making sure that a lot of the community events in bags were still being able to be funded.